discussion? Okay.
Are we holding bonding money from him? Did we get bonding money from him? We have to return it, right? Okay.
That's, yeah, so this would be in terminating the.
Right, right.
Not one of your escrow accounts?
Well, just recently, I think it was 2 meetings ago.
Was it an escrow account?
It was. So, motion by Wilson, second by Dupree, roll call,
Dupree,
yes.
Spar,
Yes.
Parrish,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Evans Board.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Discussion and motion to advertise a workshop meeting on May 15th at 7, I'm assuming PM, that ain't AM,
7
right?
p.m.
Between Union Township supervisors and proposed developer regarding a housing project on Route 88.
This is with the developer named Kevin Braun, who is proposing putting housing up behind the Mineral Beach. These are very, very preliminary discussions, just, at least on our end, they're very preliminary. I don't know how far he thinks he's gotten, but they've been dealing with the previous board, and we don't know what was going on outside of certain issues.
That's the day before the election, right?
Yeah.
That you set up in here
The night before the
Yeah,
election.
they do set up in here, they're gonna
Yeah,
have
they're
voting
gonna be
machines
set
in
up
here.
in here
This
for
is gonna
election.
be set up here and
The
the
ballot
ballot boxes and this room
Right.
will be
Oh, I
locked.
don't care if we wanna use the conference room, but
But why would
Things
we
keep
advertise
getting-
it then?
You changed the meeting?
Do we have to advertise a workshop?
It's an informational meeting, correct?
Yes,
So
information.
if it's information, you can't make decisions, you can just gather
Yeah,
information.
didn't you recommend we
Richmond
didn't
So we
have,
don't have to advertise it.
didn't you recommend we don't have a discussion on this till the state come and present something?
I said that I sent you an email saying, before you meet, what do they want, find out what they want to discuss, what do they want to discuss?
Right.
So I just have one question is that, we have an ordinance of a process whenever a developer wants to come to the township. And the ordinance says that they have a pre-application meeting with professionals. And I would like to see this board follow the ordinance. And my other question to that is if we hold a workshop or even a meeting with this developer, do we have to do that with every other developer moving forward?
Well, I mean,
Are
if
you
you have,
setting a precedent?
if you have an ordinance that says a certain procedure, you have to follow that procedure, I don't, that's what you have.
Well, so what is our ordinance, Harold?
Well, there is like a pre-application meeting, and we've done this before, actually, we just kinda had the same kind of thing with Union Gardens just the other day, to find out where we're at and what's going on. So, if they wanted to come and present something, or talk with us about where they're at, and we can relay it to the board.
So this Kevin Braun,
yes.
he's been, I know he's been at multiple Peter Creek sanitary meetings, and I know he's been here. So does he have, is he part of an application that's here? I mean, is this more
Let's
like
put it
Union
this way,
Gardens and
he
it is a
already
new
had a
person?
developer's agreement with the township, but the township just didn't get around to signing. We know there have been multiple escrow accounts that were set up on the properties that were over there, whether they're all paid up to date or not. What I did was tell Kevin, here's your opportunity to come into the board, tell them exactly where you stand, what you wanna do, and then we can get the process started. So we actually have actual, real discussions professionally with the developer, that we do not start out either with an enormous amount of animosity or being bamboozled. What we've got is a meeting to ask and answer questions. That's all this meeting is designed to do.
So, is he following their old PRD or?
That's what we have the opportunity to ask.
Well,
I don't wanna negotiate for the board, so I said, let's have a meeting. The whole board will have a chance to ask any questions they wanna ask. That's how they're handled in other
so,
communities.
I mean, they have
I've
had
been.
PRD, they have had our,
It's handled.
but that's how it was
What's that?
handled with Scarmazzi just recently. We did go to
Yeah,
Scarmazzi.
but that was because we didn't know much about it,
But he has a development that he's already did subdivisions, hearings,
Right.
RVs, so.
But we
he's kinda
don't
in
know
there
what they
too.
did. So it's best we get the opportunity to do something very simple, ask questions.
I would rather follow the ordinance and have our professionals have
But
a
it's not a
meeting with them to
pre-application.
find out.
They had it already applied to many different things.
Have you
What-
seen
what-
any applications, you two?
Well,
I haven't seen
the
anything
PRD,
other than what's
Just
been
like
developers
talking
agreements,
structure.
there is signed developer agreements,
2019.
subdivisions and storage module planning.
Why don't we just do this, why don't we have them come why don't we have them come
Come to
to
the
the public
meeting.
meeting?
Come to
That's
the
what I
public
was
meeting.
thinking.
To the public?
What we can do is we'll give them, if we don't have bids and we don't have 15 people talking, but we can have them give a half-hour presentation to the public. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, invite them to the meeting and
Does that make
ask them
sense to you
to
folks?
present.
That sounds
Where
As
they-
long as everything is done above board, presented to the public, so everybody knows
Would it be,
what's going on.
would it be okay for one of our professionals to at least see, like you guys did with Paliotis the other day, to see how far in so that maybe we can pull files and that we can look at, like, how far into this? I mean, I sat through many things where he was at.
Well,
I know
that's
he's got
fine.
storage.
The problem is that we have no connections. See,
Why don't we-
before
why-
this stuff comes
why-
through us anyway in the first
Why
place.
don't we just have that
So,
person, give
I know
us,
Peters Creek has his number because the last holdup they had was ductile pipe.
yeah, Harold and I
Couldn't
haven't
get
seen
that
a
to
drawing or.
You need Angel's number too. You got, I'll give it to you too.
why don't we just tell that person, here's like I said before about the cost and all that, with the engineers and the accountants and the solicitor, whatever. Why don't we just tell that person to submit a narrative of what they plan to do to the township professional? Tell them to come to either the 23rd or what's the meeting in June, Steve?
June first.
23rd, June 1st.
The June 1st? That's May's meeting, is that May?
That's May, but June the 1st is Thursday.
The first Thursday in
First
June.
Thursday in
Yeah.
June.
Steve, does that make sense to you, Larry? Give a narrative
Give a narrative,
and
we can acknowledge whatever the hell is in the narrative. And move forward from there, but I'm reluctant, as Harold and you, Dennis, expressed a few weeks ago, to have some type of formal meeting or informal, I don't know which, with him when, he's proposed nothing. And you have the danger of something being said innocently, and at some point in the future, it being thrown back in your face.
I've seen that before, something jabbed up my ass, but.
Oh, God.
Later day.
Mm.
So,
June 1st.
June 1st, tell that person basically that, prepare a narrative, submit it to us at least a week ahead of time, that will give them a half hour with limited public participation.
And have our professionals involved in that process so that that's the way it's getting.
So what I'm saying is they'll give a narrative, the narrative will come to the township and the professionals at the same time. When they come to the meeting on the 1st, we'll give them a half hour presentation.
That sounds good.
And that way we don't have to incur any additional fees for, having, whatever.
A special meeting.
Okay, so there's no motion that has to be done for that.
So who's talking to these folks?
the
Chuck?
contact.
Well, apparently, I'm the only person that has his phone number, so.
How about telling that person to do that then? Tell them we want, meeting on the 1st, that we want to have the information by the 25th.
I'll let him know. I know we have a bunch of stuff over in the office over there, as Michelle has pointed out. So I'll see about getting, I know I gave TJ a copy of the first proposal they had for plans and the rest of it.
2019, I haven't seen anything.
I'll see what other files we can find.
So just know for the record that Chuck's going to contact them, tell them to be here on the 1st,
You said 2019.
and that the information will be provided by the 25th.
This is more.
Just put that, just note that somewhere. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna move